Chapter 6. Human Resources.
Human resources. The people of a country are considered as the most important and significant resources. All the economic activities in a country revolve around the people. The people of the country are the creators, producers and consumers. The population of any country is a driving force in its progress. Distribution of population. The distribution of population depends upon natural environment. Geographical environment creates certain conditions for the settlement of population. Factors affecting distribution of population. Relief of and land relief is the most important physical factor which affects the distribution of the population. Generally, mountains and plateaus do not have high density of population due to lack of basic facilities. Mountains and plateaus have other problems also, such as cold climate, lack of cultivable land, lack of transportation and communication facilities. Climate. Climate has a direct influence on human beings. Areas having very high temperature and very low temperature are unfit for habitation. Rainfall also affects distribution of the population. Dry areas have sparse population, whereas areas having good rainfall have dense population. Soils. All the fertile plains have high density of population, because plains form the base for high agricultural productivity. Density of Ganga-Brahmaputra delta is very high due to fertile soil. Minerals. The availability of minerals in a region also affects human population. Areas rich in minerals have high density of population. For example, Northwest Europe have high density of population due to availability of minerals and location of industry. Economic factors. Economic factor like development of industry, technological developments, urbanization, means transportation and communication have a direct impact on the density of population. Industries attract large number of workers, which results in the increase in population. Most of the industrial countries of the world are densely populated. Northeastern USA and Northwestern Europe have high density of population due to economic factors. Density of population. Number of persons living per unit of land is called density of population. The estimated global population in the year 2011 was 7 million. The population of whole world is not evenly distributed. Some countries have high density of population, whereas some have low density of population. High increase in the density of population is a matter of great concern, as it puts immense pressure on our natural resources and adversely affects the quality of life. There are some continents like Antarctica which are almost uninhabited. More than 40% of world's population lives in Asia. Areas of low density. Areas having a population density of 1 to 2 persons per square km are known as area of low density. These include hot deserts like Sahara, Kalahari, Atacama, and cold deserts like some parts of Canada, Greenland, Antarctic, Gobi Desert etc. Amazon Basin of South America and Congo Basin of Africa are the main areas of equatorial region. These are areas with high temperature and high humidity and very dense forests, and so the density of population in these areas is also age composition. Age is an important component in demographic structure. Population can be divided into 3 age groups. 1. Below 15 years. Children below the working age. The number of children below 14 years of age and people above 55 years of age is large. Then the size of the dependent population is also large. Most of the developing or underdeveloped countries face this problem. Age composition gives us the working population of the country. Anyone who is engaged in productive work and has the ability to do so is a part of the working. 2. Between 15-60 years persons in the working age. 3. Above 60 old persons above the working age. If a country has more number of children, it will experience increase in population in the future. If population. The dependent population is either in the age group of below 15 years or over 59 years. A large proportion of countries' population is not contributing anything to the economy. This is one of the major factors for underdevelopment of Indian economy. Sex ratio. Sex ratio is defined as the number of females per thousand males. Sex composition of the human population is one of the basic demographic characteristic, which is very important for any kind of demographic analysis. Sex composition reflects the socio-economic and cultural pattern of a society. Sex ratio is measured in terms of females per thousand males. For example, when we say that the sex ratio in India according to 2011 census is 940, it implies that there are 940 females per thousand males in India. Normally, men and women should be equal, but there are many countries in the world where the number of women is less than men. India is also one of the countries where the number of women is less than the men. Literary. According to UNESCO, when a person can read and write a simple message in any language, he can be called a literate. Literacy is that aspect of population which reflects the quality of life. It is an important factor to judge the level of a development of a country. Higher level of literacy means there is a higher level of economic development. The level of literacy rate is very high in developed countries as compared to developing countries. The literacy rate of India is 65.38%. Female literacy is 54.17%, whereas male literacy rate is 75.85%.